Everything's fine on 93.9 Dublin South FM.
To that, I will also talk about what is going on between Ireland and India when it comes to shamrock diplomacy. You know, the world is changing rapidly as ever, as expected. And right now, what's going on in the world at a larger scale, and I'll narrow it down to India, between Ireland and India, and significant work has happened in the last week, actually. And that's what I'm going to recap it today. Because what is going on right now? Taoiseach, our Prime Minister, whom we call Taoiseach, is Micheál Martin is in America with the carrying the Shamrock Bowl and doing the Shamrock diplomacy with the White House. And he had a breakfast yesterday. He had a breakfast with the Zaidi Vance, the Vice President of United States of America, and representing the Europe as well as, of course, Ireland. Why? Because this is a crucial time in the world since the Donald Trump, J. Trump, has came into power. He disrupted is the word, the trade imbalance. People who have done a lot of hard work by setting up things, achieving things, and he comes along and he just in the flick of a second, he disrupt everything. Trade barriers, trade wars, a tariff. As if he has an issue with the tariff, as previous ambassadors were stupid, they were ignorant, they didn't know anything about trade. No, he had to show his stupidity in terms of the disrupting the imbalance of the balance of trade around the world. So tit for tat, Europe has kicked back, the tariff, and Europe is imposing on the American goods as well. Now, Ireland, particularly Ireland, has got an issue with America because our cordial relationship and our trade surplus is all related to the American companies investing in Ireland on a reasonably low rate of tax, 10% or 12%, whatever the is. And indeed, you remember a few weeks ago, J.D. Van, or one of his cronies, has said that how come Ireland is having a surplus in their economy and has got a 13 billion surplus? Now, this is a downside of some time when we, broadcast our private economy. Our economy is a very small economy, open economy in Ireland and all that, and it's very exposed. But when we broadcast this kind of sensitive news on a national news, that we have a surplus this year, we have extra billions of surplus, and the rest of the world react to it, particularly the Americans. Well, they said that, we have a trade imbalance between Ireland and America, and you're not allowed to have those billions. We will come and take it from you and impose your tariff and all that nonsense. So, this greediness, and I'll tell you why he's so obnoxious, greedy individuals who thinks that the world belongs to him, which is not the case. That this has to be put it at right, and people has to react to the fact that Ireland cannot afford to have this kind of imbalanced trade between America and Ireland, because it's affecting jobs, it's affecting services and goods, it affects everything. So, how about we taxed him for putting his golf course in Doonbeg heavily, and all of that? How would you feel about it? So he can walk into Ireland, buys this massive land, set up his golf course, and I don't know what type of tax he's paying it at all, if it's paying any taxes at all, and making profit. So you cannot have it both ways. This is a reality, and other people are not imbecile and stupid. People are also clever. Europe is also clever. Europe is not going to stomach with your kind of bullying tactic that has been talked about it in the media and the press. So this is what is happening right now this week. Michal Martin, our Taoiseach, is in America, and hopefully there will be some senses. There was a lot of nicest comment has been talked about it at the breakfast between J.D. Van and Michal Martin at his residence when they had a very productive breakfast meeting with lots of pleasantries and good exchange of words. So this trade imbalance has to be addressed and has to be talked about it. So this is what is a shamrock diplomacy, that Ireland does that around the world. So Ireland has a tradition of sending ministers, depending on which country is important. And no other than America is more important right now because of this trade war between America and the rest of the world. The Chinese have rebutted it very strongly. And so is the Europe is going to rebuttal it. And I think Ursula von der Leyen, Wonder Woman, I call it, Ursula, she basically has called his bluff, and he said that, okay, if you're going to declare the war on Europe, we'll declare the war on American products and goods. So nobody's going to win them there. What's this all about? Does he not understand the basic maths? Or does he went to college and studies maths at all? He seems to be claiming to be the most successful businessman in the world and all that. But that's another story, that how he became by not paying to those labor who built even Trump Tower. If you really wanted to know how he became billionaire, you just read about his background. Anyway.
Everything's fine on 93.9 Dublin South FM.